I'm going to just do a general warm-up today for prior to starting a Pilates class. I'm going to get you thinking about your posture and how you're moving through your body. So we're going to start off and you're going to bring your feet together, and then when you're ready I want you to take your toes apart and then bring your heels apart. So you're now going to be standing with your feet and your knees hip distance apart. You're going to make sure that your knees are nice and soft, so you don't want them to be locked backwards, just going to gently unlock them. And keeping them straight, you're then going to move up to your spine. You're going to be thinking about that situation through your back, so I want you to tuck your bottom underneath you. And then you're going to bring it out the back, so you're standing a bit like a duck. And then come back to halfway between the two. So now if you think about your pelvis like a bucket, it should be sitting nice and upright. Coming up to the rib cage, I want you to just make sure your rib cage is soft. So you're just going to let that rib cage relax down. Going to make sure your collarbones are really nice and wide and your head's floating up towards the ceiling. And we're just going to start off with a gentle shoulder shrug. So you're going to breathe in to roll the shoulders up and slowly let them sink down behind you. And again, breathing in to come up and breathing out to come down. And again. So just allowing a little bit of tension to drop out of your shoulders as the arms come down. Think about your breathing, so you're slowly allowing yourself to relax. And we're just going to do 2 more. Fantastic. Allow those shoulders to relax down, check your collarbones wide, and when you're ready you're going to float both palms up to the horizontal. And when you're ready, you're going to breathe out, turn the palms away from you, and breathe in to come back again. And again, breathing out to go away, and breathing in to come back. Check that your knees are still soft, and that those collarbones are nice and wide. On the next one, we're going to take those arms wider. So you're going to turn out and stretch the arms away from you. Coming back down and in again. So as you're turning away and stretching out, you're turning your palms over and breathing in to come back. It's just getting a nice stretch across the top line of the body. Feeling those fingertips reaching out to the walls away from you. And we're going to do 2 more. Fantastic. And then relax back down again, bringing the arms down to your side. Just check your neutral spine position. And we're going to move on to the foot series. So we're going to start off with a gentle squat. So when you're ready, you're going to breathe out to bend your knees and bring your arms up. And breathe in to come up again. And then again, breathing out to sink, and breathing in to come up. And again. Whilst you're sinking down, I want you to just check that your knees are pointing straight ahead of you. Imagine a ball between your knees, so they can't come towards each other. Fantastic. On the next one, we're going to go higher. So you're going to squat, lift your heels, straighten your legs, and down again. And again, squat, tiptoes, straighten, and down. Keep going. Still the knees are pointing ahead of you. Your collarbones are still nice and wide with the arms relaxed. And you're going to start to think about setting your centre. So just that gentle switch on of the pelvic floor and the deep tummy muscles. Just making that body conscious of that area. Once more. Brilliant. And relax back down again. Give those shoulders a good roll again. Going to bring the feet wider apart and turn the toes out to 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. We're going to start off sinking down again. So again, make sure that your shoulders are over your hips, you're in your neutral spine position, and when you're ready, you're going to breathe out to sink and breathe in to come up again. Got a visitor. And again. Well done. Fantastic. So, slow and steady. Well done. Once more. Lovely. On the next one, we're going to sink down again. And I want you to just lift one heel and place it back down again. And then the other side. If you place your hands onto your hips, you're just going to make sure that there's as little movement as possible coming from the body. All of that movement is coming from that one leg. Your weight's not shifting from side to side. Collarbones are wide and your head's floating high. Well done. 2 more. Fantastic. Straighten out again. When you're ready, you're going to sink back down and you're going to see if you can do both together. If it's a struggle at all, or if those thighs are starting to feel it, you're just going to go back to doing one at a time, or just going for that gentle raise and lower through the knees. Fantastic. 2 more. Lovely. And then straighten out again. We're going to try a slightly different one that's going to get the side of your bottom cheeks working. So you're going to sink back down again. Bring the weight over to one side, keeping the body over the hips. You're just going to go for a little lift of that foot. And then come back, sink to the other side, and a little lift. And again. Lovely. It's very good for me as a Pilates teacher. I can suddenly see whether I'm doing it right or not. Slow and steady, so that lift needs to be coming from the side of your bottom cheek. So make sure that you're not twisting the leg. So you want your toes to be pointing out to 10 o'clock or 2 o'clock, not to 3 o'clock. Lovely. And we're going to do one more to each side. Fantastic. Come back to the middle again. We're going to then turn those feet to point forwards. So you're thinking about those hips staying apart, and you're going to sink down to one side, and the aim is to feel a pull on the inner thigh of that straight leg. If you're not feeling it, shuffle that foot slightly further out, and you should feel it a little bit more. And then coming up again, and you're going to sink down to the other side, feel the pull on the straight leg, inner thigh of the other leg. Well done. Come back to point forwards again. Bringing those feet back to hip distance apart. Make sure that your knees are soft, collarbones are wide, and when you're ready, you're going to float one arm up and breathe in to bring it down to the side. And then the same again on the other side. And then both together. Well done. And again, keeping the collarbones wide, but thinking about that rib cage staying tucked down towards your hips. Allowing one arm to move, and then both together. And again. And we're just going to do that 2 more times all the way through. Well done. Give those shoulders another roll. And then we're just going to challenge our balance before we start to roll down. So let's go for the balance work first, and then we'll then come down onto the floor, and you'll find yourself another video to start off your Pilates mat work. So when you're ready, centre set. So thinking about the pelvic floor and the deep tummy muscles, it will help your balance. And then when you're ready, float one knee so your thigh comes up to the horizontal. And place it back down again. And then the other side, breathing out to lift. and breathing into lower. And again, back to the first side. Lovely. On the next one, the arms are going to come up as well, so you're breathing out to lift and breathing into lower. And again. Fantastic. On the next one, the arms are going to come out to the side, so you're going to stand on one leg and then take the arms out to the side away from you, bring them in again and place everything down. And again. Well done. If you can do, keep that head floating high. Well done. Our final one, more of a challenge, is you're going to see if you can get the leg moving too. So bringing everything up. As the arms go out to the side, the foot and knees also going out to the side. And breathe in to come back. And then the other side, so floating up, taking it out to the side, coming in again, and down. The aim is to keep those headlights on your hips pointing forwards as you keep your balance. Fantastic. And relax back down again. Well done. So in a moment we're going to roll down through the spine, and as I said before, I'm then going to stop this video, but then find yourself a mat work video from our YouTube channel and carry on some more Pilates on the floor. So when you're ready, you're going to set your centre again. You're going to take a really nice deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, you're going to tuck your chin backwards. Slowly roll your chin down towards your chest. Arch the upper back, then the mid back, then the low back. Let your tailbone float up. Let the arms come down. And once you reach the bottom, just let your body go floppy. Let your head turn. And then a deep breath in again, and you're going to use your tummy muscles and your bottom muscles to roll back up again, stacking one bone back on top of the other until you come up tall and straight. And we're going to do the same again. So deep breath in again, and then breathe out, tuck the chin backwards, roll it down towards your chest, taking one bone off the one below, all the way down through your spine. Get those stiff bits moving. Again, when you reach the bottom, let yourself relax into that position. And then a deep breath in again. And breathe out to roll back up, stacking those bones like they're building blocks, putting one back on top of the other. And then coming back up tall and straight and just giving your shoulders a roll. If you're coming down off the floor, you're now going to take a deep breath in. Breathe out, tuck your chin backwards, rolling down again. And this time, when you reach the bottom, you're going to let your knees bend, bring your hands to the floor, bring your knees down, and then bring yourself slowly to come down to lie onto your back.